Hey there, it's Pastor Lois again, and as usual, my devotion is structured like a children's message, but adults get things out of it too. So today I want to talk to you about the gospel reading, part of the gospel reading from August 2nd, which Pastor Carol will be preaching on at Mooring Line Drive. And part of it involves Jesus telling the disciples to go feed the people that have come to hear him and to be healed by him. And he does that after they, come to him kind of whining, saying, it's the end of the day. We only have 5 loaves and 2 fish between us. Go send these people away to go feed themselves. Go let them buy their dinner in town. But in response, Jesus tells them, no, you give them something to eat. And he takes what the disciples have between them, again, just 5 loaves and 2 fishes, and it's a big crowd of people. Later in the reading, we hear it's more than 5,000 people. But somehow, after Jesus blesses that little bit of food that the disciples have, and he hands it off to them to hand out, and somehow as they're handing it out, it becomes more and more, so that the leftovers are bushel upon bushel of pieces of bread left over. So like a whole lot more bread left over than they had to start with. Isn't that amazing? So, that got me thinking about the fact that Jesus involved the disciples. He could have just out of thin air made all sorts of food for everybody. And instead, he first said, no, you give me what you have and let's do something with it. And I think that's a lot like the food insecurity issue that we have today, not only in the Naples area, but in a lot of towns, where some people have enough food or enough money to buy a lot of food, and some people don't have enough food, at least not good, healthy food. So how do you hear Jesus telling you to help feed the people today? When Pastor Carol and a couple of other people and I were talking about that a few days ago, I kind of giggled, and when Pastor Carol asked a question kind of like that, because I'd just gotten a request from the Harry Chapin Food Bank, which is a local food bank that actually serves other food banks, collects food from various sources and buys food based on money people send in, and helps all these other food banks make sure they've got enough food for the people that are coming to them for help. So certainly sending a donation to Harry Chapin or St. Matthew's House or Grace Place or other places that have food giveaway programs are one way to help. Of course, another way is to bring food to those places. I think it's St. Matthew's House, where we can make casseroles, big dishes of noodles and meat and stuff, for them to heat up and serve to people who need something to eat. Or we can help in a food bank to help hand out that food, especially now with the coronavirus. Instead of people walking into a food bank and grabbing what they want, like in a store, a lot of food banks are having volunteers take boxes or bags of food and put them into people's cars so they don't have to get out of their car. So that's another way we could maybe help. Or remember that one time we had a volunteer event right in the Family Life Center where we packaged all sorts, thousands upon thousands of packages of macaroni and cheese that had extra protein powder put in the mix so that the roni cheese would be even healthier than it otherwise would be. So you'll be thinking about how else you can help feed the people who don't have enough food, or make what you have feed more people in your house. Just a thought, and certainly one that belongs to this the Bible reading that we just talked about. So take care. Bye.